Manuel tuta tulang elder sidra nu em control ng tertial borosu sara ibdul marklay marbukul belaw bilong ebira klay man masil belaw President ra Senate Hokons Paules marugul senators Speaker Anastasio marugul delegates Chief Justice ngira igalaw marugul justices governors speakers leitors marek bekal other belaw al ngara ngayang al morahot charigi mangara ikler belaw al sils mal tugobet selu total morga vice president first lady ministers al mugad al total adri kan malu total mora adala tobacco coalition sorry coalition for tobacco masa gambes makarla lo mugad al total adri kan malu total mora adala Palau National Olympic Committee lo bangged gida tem nombre kal sandem lo del signer sel el directive 22-50 gida hosting el mini games of course el team gida mrolun murablu saiban magada kadaman mrenga sulir kan secretary general lo bangged ma bekla adala team ngater al tutaw ma alwaise namo de lang ka amo do la obes ndi ako aurere ta kadamo control kadamo congratulate ka school graduation of PCC last week kada mna regel to promotion regel elementary school public elementary school sera babalda mal sera blue road graduation high school melalui yang continue regel promotion regel private school ma graduation this weekend melalui Palau school Vicente Sunday sábado Sunday and Mouse Petania Rauri Ursem katakan graduate tigal graduate sera tigal betul kan lagi dari kerablu berada dari kalau ukmla angoriak tial dau tara dau ra omsu bama amat maktala amlisi au the swir mosil Maria tigal betul kan lagi dari setengah kerablu berada ukmla tu school hopefully etermu telmei gira de los cigarros gulte al mortir meter mutelme melagad mosan es el presidential proclamation 22-326 el presidential proclamation amo declare May 31st 2022 as World No Tobacco Day. Cigarette filters and butts are toxic to our ocean. And tarawul ang will the quit. Ikita maldigam lombre kal host tial our ocean conference. Ambes mo nasing close to tilala. We need to remind people of how toxic they are. Kadam na yun kasi kadabulol amange dalo sel dolam mongoy tegel bats you know they're one of the most toxic environment and they float around and they continue to be in the ocean on the beaches and don't they don't disintegrate. They continue to be all over the place. We need to, not only is it bad for us, it's destroying our environment. It's estimated that 495 tons of tobacco waste, including the cigarette butts and the packaging, plastic, are discarded in our Pacific Islands every year. Worldwide, tobacco produces 2.26 billion kilograms of solid waste. in chemical waste annually. So it's polluting our planet, and the tobacco industry many times wants to play trick with mga bladder yid no spera tukora amrigal and greenwashing at algotol nga sergi de rosis akrigi dalu betriga rosis on sergi de rosis akrigi musu sertir. We have to trata login at oh help a beach clean up by the stove and lang yan apa yung ilara I'll help the beach clean up. But anyway, that's another way that they infiltrate our minds and think that we're doing something good by promoting that they're helping us clean up our beaches. But in fact, maybe if they just stop making them, then that would be better. Mga da mali only te arbe klat bol observer telsils June 1st. I see. Oh, sa mga announce okay. Plamo. Langalak ra giren Alec. Sulang yung first lady reminder. So we will sign. Malubag, yeah. Pay mas kami atel ura sign. Okay, sulang.
Tandiwin. Okay. Sulang yung presidente marbekalaat maluil tutaw. Mal appreciate the tel gukme guk promote tobacco free messages and matele world no tobacco del Almira next week. Era gumo ole. Excuse me. Article the on behalf of our coalition, recognize, congratulate our athletes. Gimal ngarteng oyeng kamiu sala omoraela. Gidera kalmal swal recognize wase mal proud you guys our athletes are more represented Palau. Not just good sportsmanship but good citizenship and then good health. May mga public health thing gimbal amatra while all time when the athletes amal blakaran din getting prepared for the games with a holistic approach. It's not just the diet and exercise but being drug free, alcohol and tobacco and vape free. So good luck. Tel timra wamrel al year actually serakuk 2020 el host ra Oceans Conference vice agi mle align ra kuk World No Tobacco Day team el mobongela seguid el time leng katseldo da set tobacco do kadam das ra held ndi tiang direct kalmal ngani gel kuk te kalmal maknit el mora environment masera 2020 emble tangraklen protect our oceans, protect our ocean and marine life. Bats out. Yeah, this year, dilutal ayuk mle update tani mang tilagidal cigarette butts toxic to our ocean. One more reason to quit. Ma sera April bornya at selnganya our oceans conference. Yagi oram le kickstart awareness ilgire lategi del guktim ra World No Tobacco Day mang agimle dekam taregel but el set up outside the ocean hall emlarnya a pledges el giblem adamle learn more emle mega pledge presidente kamle tara mle staff pa direkal mal nasumal nilamal mle patoge vessel information yung designer self pledge me ultur ge the sharing kambes el dilbol iwi ditora timbrigel mang mo mareda
Saule first lady jam la mregal builia blur belo amle hoster sil clow conference environmental conference our ocean conference say gidel time a presidenta amlo kut maklia plate amlo saing ringi mang maltmarung ko el almo share ngil mergid makti mo oiwi Matiang awase, cigarette butts toxic to our ocean. Recognizing that cigarette filters butts are by far the largest single type of litter by count. Cigarette filters are made from poorly degradable plastic called cellulose acetate, and that although ultraviolet light will eventually break down the filter, the source becomes dispersed in water or soil as microplastics. Cigarette filters, whether smoked or not, contain chemicals that leach into lakes, rivers, and oceans and are toxic to marine life. The tobacco industry tries to trick the public into thinking they care about the environment by greenwashing, quote unquote, their image through activities such as beach cleanup campaigns. Worldwide, tobacco manufacturing produces 2.26 billion kilograms of solid waste and 209 million kilograms of chemical waste annually. Smoking releases about 2.6 billion kilograms of carbon dioxide and 5.2 billion kilograms of methane worldwide every year. These greenhouse gases contribute to climate change. And an estimated 495 tons of tobacco waste, including cigarette butts and packaging waste, is discarded in the Pacific Islands annually, and much of this plastic ends up in our oceans. I pledge, therefore, that I will refute greenwashing because tobacco industry money comes from damaging the environment and killing people. And I will share facts about the detrimental impacts of tobacco on people and the environment. And I won't start using tobacco, or I will quit, or I will try to quit. Signed by President Surangel Jr. in Koror, Palau on April 14, 2022.
Madulong nila sign. Oh,
And then we'll do the invite for the walk.
oh yes. Continue to invite them again.
Carla, can you
Sorry.
go ahead?
So for the activity, you're nervous. So for the activity of World No Tobacco Day, which is on the May 31st, but we will host a walk-around event on June 1st, President's Day, and this will be at the track and field. Registration starts at 4:30 to 5:15. Run starts at 5:30 p.m. A.M. I'm sorry. Oh, A.M. p.m. A.M. And then it's going to be from the track and field to the Ministry of Health and back. The first 200 participants to register will get T-shirts. So please, we encourage everyone to join. Thank you.
Oy, so lang ya Carla. Oy, agimal invite our athletes. Nganina ta tutaw or sige dal registration a fodoril mo 5:15 mang sel mutelte alra conditioning al loru leringi alora ela ada okay ito el kotel 200 tal adal maya maya t-shirt kuk pes el t-shirt for this year wamal msulang
Madulong nila hindi kami the sign. Ngunit kami. Tewa. Okay. First lady ka best makardal joiner gide. 25th day of May. Okay. Okay. Oh.
Alam mo, Secretary General, Mashakti Mission, wala kong kami. Support tobacco free.
Tobacco free?
For athletes.
Hindi malungil ko. Tila malungil.
I think. Legislate ka naman. Judy, will remember that. Yes.
Ay.
Oh, Doctor.
Modorin ko. Tila. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Over here, please.
Okay.
Lang.
Ko ra, kambes. Oh. No more excused. Okay. Madi will the excuse ra adara tabago eh. So lang almle. October ah. Ma koradimlo gadebel smoothie atiam lomregal we gadumle sign sel presidential directive 22-50. Ese of course ang masadara sel lomura sel organizing committee rid el mo ngora gida mo hoster sel 2025 Pacific mini games. And I'm sure I the local activity in Murua Bakaltama this just preparing us for these games and kada klolte ala al merid legida mnatal hosting ra before len ukte level hostra whole Pacific and they the Micronesia whole Pacific al merbelao te level loko otia belwad ma gel ukdur gidar adar belao ang auror girel sel Pacific mini games amna omul mga team na organize mata mo stat auror egida mga tanga trelal tigeluk member a team Palau el mora asaiban o Pacific mini games en moria asaiban ang artero mo gedra alto to mang potrula my understanding are 75 ang naggedan mo participate sports el doboria baseball athletics beach volleyball triathlon weightlifting ngari golf makanu. So kada congratulate tire of course ang artelo bangyat Secretary General Argid Treasurer and PNOC President Swimming Association Alonso Moses ngaya chef the mission para team Argidra 20 and then we get team Manila Maria Marcy Andrew ay the regal Stephanie ngiro ime makeni reklay tiga adadan ngara PNOC why say and then our athletes get Burton Wong coaches ako Burton tiga coaches Masaki Saki na medical coach omno daxen me Zairus Sali? No. Weightlifting. I'm sorry, yes. So, weightlifting. Benedict Quintaro. Weightlifting. Oh, okay. Charlie Ellis. Athletics. Okay. Oman sulang alam tera balwat. And mora blura saibar la ukel al mini games and while we prepare for the next mini games and the kumelo se kada di sa kamil nga ora podium mula medals I say and it takes a lot of work to get there and people I think many times they can understand that how much dedication and how much commitment these athletes make to get there mga damre nga sulir sel commitment kami lom tera blur belaw and you know we should also take the opportunity to highlight Tigel baby a will toy that we have done otrule selmle teller athletes either more represent either a Tokyo Olympics and it was a success and that of course happened last year and then we want to highlight since the graduation time educational achievements because many times the sporting side and I know we also need to highlight again on the education side. So gidam dongale Adrian Ililaw nga swimmer gid and just recently got accepted to the Coast Guard Academy. Adrian on route sorry on the swimming athletics. I thought he's a swimmer too. Yeah. athletics. Yeah, kamla over there. So no wonder Malay Surya Coast Guard. He's an athlete. Yeah. Yeah. So and you know it's a great program. It's a 4-year scholarship. Requirement. I was in the Merbelao. Look, me order Blue Rebelao. He won't have to serve in the Coast Guard. He can come straight back in Merbela order Rebelao. So maralong il program. Kadamra asula Blue Amregel, but kadamra asula Adrian. I know he works at Pickwick and now General Coast Guard. So continually improve a skill area and represent the Regal Maral Mill games. Oh, EDNA research. Direct rather congratulate Osisang Chilton. They will be going to UOG to continue her degree in civil engineering. So let's congratulate her accomplishment as an athlete, but more and also educational achievement. My UB miss, Otiga by swimmer.
That's a swimmers.
Yes. Nga dirigam lombre nga school Lincoln College lang wa BS exercise science. So hopefully Merbela o sir Olympian sir the continue got skills nga obter Rio Games. So it's good to be able to have her back. Dirigal Keisha Keen, former Olympian mura London Games. Dirigam nombre graduate dentistry school or dental hygiene. Hopefully mas elmutan mera Belau. And the so the announcer was in dirigal ngaria Moria. So I say Belau Youth Games 19 and under. No inseludo dra NCD funds will help el host the Brussels program. And there's a lot of things happening this summer, not only hosting, but basketball tournament, track and then a monitor mini game. So a lot of activities. And good luck. And yeah, Maydori, Moria leadership mora national gym. Mitrom tira team Palau. I know there's a lot of fundraising going on. Let's support our athletes. Let's help them. They need all the help we can. And one way we can show that we care and we support them, open up them. Pula. Oi, dapat kate al SG mo. Kasi
malungil tuta president ma ministers rogo marbekla malungil tuta ada media te ngutel te ale mera ngasule la president el nosab el kukonge mosab amel mera press conference o aisra atial guk mroliar ngal garbela mora mini games ra 22 mornya saibala ati mamra June 11 kimna confirm mara June 11 about 75 packs el marael idire kalmal mera ngasule la president ma leadership Brazil tel directive president ra 2025 mini Pacific Games a meeting the set ringil mo June 3rd next Friday maktimo ice and then we'll be sending letters out tel mara team nga solar bekla adra support ma commitment tel mara team Palau. Of course president Tamal they will all support sports for development hindi al dil ilpengir bekla other way, but also just talking to the athletes is important to recognize a contribution tira both really al selbela ma preparation tira kutoklo to talel more athletes. So sel nga temi stop para baseball field, they're there, they have a lot of great ideas al girela kuka sports program tir mga track and field mga acti encourage other ko sa aldadu adire kalmal game welcome rabekla to encourage our athletes, but also the wallet adire kalmal important akmara nga solar bekla on behalf of President of National Olympic Committee Frank Yota amno dial el joiner given guk plania guk issue koramare PPUC as we know, but he sends his regards and marbekla adire kamra nga solar bekla adro guim mam sulang president and will continue to inform the public our progress team Palau until the gimora elma amande takaswes lo Bengal leadership. Masulang.
Sulang. Pwede nga siya sing? Yeah. Oh, okay. May hala da berte. Oh, bay, door lo menteri bay wi. Ay, tiawa maklo na. That's okay, sulang. Maybe. Balance.
Mo mga center.
We have a yellow and a gold and a blue.
Oh,
Nice.
Should they maybe get another side?
no, so.
Mga retail, hold the shirt.
Oh,
That's the front and then this is the back. Mertiang,
okay.
kagi the shirt na naman.
Eling first time na nga medal makpamal no sa Mariel athlete. Gimlo sig ang other sports lagi ro sports nga belang balde katte gari hindi cricket tam lagi atte kam. Hindi kam sulang we. It's good for health. Sulang. Yeah, sulang. Thank you. Hey, sulang. I'll tell you Maran. Oh, no, you're excused. Oh, that was fun, yes. Why say? Yeah, well, sulang ngawa krisel information we gida malangal tangat. Of course, Secretary General gida Vice President Oceania. Mle Vice President, mle continual Vice President. So congratulations. Yeah. Pera. Kabaman mo proud na tamal gigrel blue. Ko mahmal nga arwa bildru al Oceania. So sulang. Yeah.
Oh, makamiya nga. Kimon tuloy presidente kim.
Yes, I'm excused, I know. Tinggal lang media upload po a question or tin ma umon mo artian mo sa ngayon. Sulang. وغادي مستري هذا تيم بالاو من توب ده يا يا لاستر قرا دي من الاسود الابديت ترى بك هذا الجيرة لا سيل سبلمنتال بادجت يدام دنيل واسه الارغا قطم لمرين الرغلين كدم ده اسين سون سودودت so budget tertigida بلا دقات ترينا اتري الباسنت كدري المدين واسه earlier this year او House of Delegates am not تبدي سلول داس واسه كللويل the open up sanctuary e bolse el ngarae uluk smiga bebira udol mosugi dertial al bangalet mang goram le ultuir segi del tgoy gidam lotmak gidam adara house mar adara senate dulu ay sura segadam lora bluram riger seda endra March early April masira dabong يقدم له الجيتر تريال ساليت الواسي ميمو سوغما من الالتام الجيم مولونسونس لوك مسا سيلنال سنسيلا ولوكو ماجي نارو مرغيرا تقرادا بين اسامل غورغري موسوغما مرسيجي من جي مول البروتكتور تيال سانكشواري دي بس كما ما تايم مجيم سوبي egimsal mo ungil gut maklia ungil plan ra sel ungil tretal dogi ungi kada managing e protecting girera ar other bela material lolol mran mang level 2 segi the trial al salida ginero aceptamos que da 2.6 million مثل 2.6 million al bill skid ngarte al proposal budget el sel skid el wal bol no se da tora protection rabalwad ma amriom mang nsedr ma yegi do help ra mafi help ra abla bulis help yegi del toy ese wal skid do mong ngaria yel mo free abel sedr los pelo murula yel ngal sang sedra yo sang mang budget gotruleng mora 800,000 amora state governments aige mo bodomil oltirakra se yel fishing rights rangramo selmeng obi by state based on the fishing rights so se 800,000 ame obil degal dil losisun morar beklad ngo yo sel process of fishing rights ongerung igada gida neptoga retire at the same time na increase rala dengi fuel and other expenses mga igel ministries each of them have issues el degal dil say gadam lekat trabacha 10% mang already tol ngosong sa 10% ya mostra yal ministries mostra udo damra payroll so when you cut by 10% talaga they're already tol ngosong hindi Maria bebira ministers el lo troll mo mal dimla kange so mortir for example wa ministera ministers matul di mama fem dimla ka udo dol mori mo subes di ngarayen mal leon ngosong so we had to make sure that we cover them so first 150,000 amora Bureau of Customs and Border Protection as you know we combine both immigration and customs and there's been realignment and people retiring and all of that so Partra, they need money. The Ministry of Education, they actually need more, but really the most we could give them was 600,000 just to finish out this year. Same issue, they got to take care of payroll, namas arala dengi, and make sure that their breakfast program rigi damal molma. Kadirekam na se talago to close cost their capital dengi. We carried back 10% and if you carried back 10% and we need to make sure we have enough koram kita mat olbidra capital ma so ngari 100,000 more capital diregal Bureau of Public Safety ralalu diregal lang to our officers tir and they're struggling with that 10% cut so 250,000 dungun sa Bureau of Public Safety Diregal sir October Ministry of Health. Ministry of Health ang ilusen ngarar tigel severely disabled. Sel assistance program ertir. Sel calculation was 498,000 but actually sel total need 700 some thousand. Trigam na mo total other hospital ngeso. So it was short by 221,000. So to make it through the year so everybody can get that assistance, 221,000 needs to be given to that program. The regal clinical services cover our toktang marnur sama adirigal dengue hospital. They're short and then we need and most of that money goes to payroll so we need to be able to restore that 279,000 amortir. Adirigal mga saying like all agencies agort mandirigal na niagatan mortil el 10%. Tedakal bastrir sir anong 10% back, but it gives them at least 100,000 to help hopefully to make it through the year. Look independent agencies, PNA am na increase aurere, sila obis mang actually a budget tira was mal ngosong sa rangaramol May, so that's why there's 100,000 in the budget to take care of that thing. We want to make sure that agency is fully functional and operational. Mang say agora summary tial proposed supplemental budget. Gida mdengelo say the sooner that we get it done, the better, so that the money can get out to these agencies that really need it, so that Ministry of Education, I know schools opening back up in July, things have to keep going. We need to make sure that the kids have food. Mga rang mga don't get sel qua المريض المسر أدرو البيل el passerina مريض التime bolsi el release el udo dram regal me. I mean, that's the other thing. We want them selang ari alla etrigal uk funders agi das in meskita udo. So that's they want to see what we're going to do, and this pretty much lays it out. So timok muy gege de bay meskmet al media mo toger agir tidar minister sang artial sil help rigid. I'm sure some of them are saying a minister ng mga ginawa mga gidam la Long Beach, so you can ask him all the questions. But Sula, pek maulan mas kami.
Tutay President, Vice President, mga ministers. President ka nga budget, mahal di Google tial. Ang atak sila din ko mo Google mo kasi sales source at tiagi supplemental ang arang funding source.
Trigal conservation partners together. We call them conservation investors. I'm na set aside. I set them help period. They said 2.6 million. So that's the source.
Okay. So say the entire amount ay gidel problem list na basically ang amo ka bi
Oh, so trige by me help period fund let's say patrol boat. So we have a budget trige like they'll fund those. That means that frees up that other money. El fund the program. So basically tell budget they will allocate source though they
Minister of Finance the user tiyan di kwasi yakuk on the revenue collection side ang wangarang to the rest of the fiscal year. Kung factor in say gidel meraigal supplemental budget.
So right now we're of course a bit concerned that tourism has not rebounded as fast as we had hoped. Of course, we had the Nare Oceans Conference, our solda Merel Albuil, but it's still lagging. And that's why supplemental Maldim Sadra Besel source Rodo, de Galosada Yelling. As you know, get already them la allocate Audo them Locabera Dengira earlier this year. And so we want to make sure that we can cover those. So maybe some cool tourists within the next few months, things will change. But right now, being conservative, that's all the money we have. The best rudo the outside and men deka ang rudo ng mga malaw ni trabeklado kasi this is all we have. Sell the original plan was maybe sell appropriated amount appropriated authorized amount as the mo fillery that's a bill. At this time that's a bill. Kada mal di muti agid 2.6 million in May 800,000 Amora State, so that means we're only left with 1.8. Sige daw balong miri na igang. And then kadali trabeklado as kada continue lug mga rem and mo endra el fiscal year, and we have this is all we have.
Malungil tutar president hindi na kalko related na budget understand lo sing ngaring sel mede aludo del dollar ngira ADB or eligible for el grant sing 50 million or ano ba sa kadam la ngatal gibring mendigam de alatal gibring ako lo ring sel baseng sel partralo nan memede el mengiri ki del mitay ke rokuil el concessions rabang ke mo sab etal malaring sing kadam la walo ba kata parati ka
One more la gidam ngani sen medel 15 million gidam la ring del year. Yeah. Dingere al área del passerín. Maria imol last la área del passerín. So gidam la advan sagir udo dra compact. I don't know if we la kadilo sharti ng arba magit. We took money out. So yes, ngari last la área del passerín. Dos pera helper all bill girel se la passe say en hacer release el last el funding. Hopefully que dos pera mo endra year. Yeah. So Miram nam daksa draw down na compact. Miram na withdraw igero ko ligera compact ahead of time.
Oh, hindi actually kel sa kita loan na ADB basi. Lakal with the send direct call am the source of funding el kira la
Oh, why say? Mase already accounted for source of funding, maulan dia sa mura supplemental los periling already kada kudulum urir tial arang la budget area. Correct.
Tuta, Mr. Presidente, te follow up el 2.6 million ng artificial investors sa conservation. Sira earlier am got luway sa tagi del 2.6 million. Umuluway sa mga sel study for the next 3 years el giretial Blue Prosperity Plan. El albla mo to dagal 2.6 million en mora operation a government. Ngaraludo to ba mo spell giretial Blue Prosperity Plan.
Yeah, okay. So go through 2.6 million was always mentioned. Degal bol person marine spatial planning. Why say? Sel 2.6 million sel udo do wal bel lom teer sel wal ngang sela akarkarngel belaw. Sel lom ski de leder rak. Se wal replace ri mong bulgola se sel ble on tre other house se medor trigal fishing days in bori adar ngarae bori akarkarnget. Dia wal replace se namo de kapulgol bangarae. Why say? Mlamal tise mlamo so edel de katangarae hindi ngari akarkarnget. Sel marine spatial planning au separate el udo del 3 million among what mokorse. Misera gim men ngara amrige ratamle kamitra 10.8 million at that time. Egida milmol molonitro se bolse del mutron tirsel another 25 million. El dos peril murursel fishing port ma aquaculture industrial developer tiru aurior fishing ma food security rablur belaw over the next 3 years. Masaya ngari on tidan moram rigen siaban mablo tayo ang ligire lagi sel infrastructure ma development lagi del ang tokol maran men ngayon ang minister ma fin ngartiam mahal da askari man Minister Victor malgora di update tergid
Sulang president total mara adra media mara adal lorang sara that press conference Wagel blamdo Mr. President sel 2.6 million was always meant to address sel revenue shortfall. Wagel vebiler activity marine spatial planning, development fisheries, development of onshore infrastructure. The fundraise for. To date, tirigel mla kami tulong mga sir gidra marine spatial planning, ang the Nature Conservancy, Ocean Policy Research Institute, or sila sa Sakawa Peace Foundation, and all time gimarur sel proposal gidra more World Bank for up to $1 million direct mo support sa gidra marine spatial planning. Direct blura tayo amla kungel mo mga sir gidra mo sel mo finfish hatchery blura siabar direct mlakongel entertainer request gidel girela amo mo vessel fishing port mo server sel development domestic fishing blur velaw direct World Bank after sel implement sel $1 million and direct kongel mo maskida grant el boda matchering lolava gel Chef 7 and Chef 8 funding allocation el mera valor below. Mong sabi up to $10 million el direct mo help el support a development tol o mangit. So as far as financing el help el developer el implement a Blue Prosperity Plan kadamla secure commitment tol partners el mo long sergid el magiging process umbrella proposals el mortir mo sabi el access ay gidludo del mo implementer tial Blue Prosperity Plan.
Kala ko di mo summarize tial Blue Prosperity Plan kung mara sa bibira tamen mori agora kada momdas sa kamam for example executive branch marubukul belaw ma arbekla da di kagrosa a visioner tir di umra sa tel supplemental budget amal mo mukataklilo say we're all on the same sedo sa kadang imol bilas al magal al maral murue amle wala swira adro al bila wase we need funding el support tara u urera dara bekal sales so kadam la take care sel ngal sa sela funding diregal amle concern wase degal lungil di open up tel sanctuary mal material adang odoblo. That's what we've done. We protected the integrity of the sanctuary. And then at the same time, kadam laro limang ngari te ala ligid el help trigal local fishermen ergid because sel goal ergid awase magrada create ergid el facilities magrada allow tir bolsi il develop el bofi Jackson ingas trigagid el other bela el soril stata egal fishing ertir bolsi il uktira tial te alara omngedra al sel ablur bela both benefit ertial omnged. So really the goal of our Blue Prosperity Plan is to preserve the integrity of the sanctuary, but at the same time, build a locally based fishing industry and only other belaw with the benefit of the fishery. And that's what this is all about. Madamre nga sulit trigal al-salid nga iklar ablur belaw. Ese eleng tirigan maro nga sira damom oido as a conservation investor. Tiga investor me nga raim no tiga mal dio meskida udo the investor the environment trigid. So let's help people understand there's a sometimes at mo conservation investor nga mem gara nga mem nga rae no nga bay mem murgido sila ka mga rae kung mas kami udo. That's the goal. So we hope that through this process we can come up with a robust plan, a real plan, and really develop the local fishing industry rigid sisi and help rigid to food security, but at the same time economic development long term. And the more question is the 2.6 billion for 3 years at 3 years developers and local fishing industry we might have to ask those conservation investors to help us longer. But anyway, in the meantime, this is a 3-year plan and help rigidro ase. Hopefully by that time amlamod ora abesel orgrodel namori a processing facility na mula igel aquaculture. And I think the ultimate goal and igida mal madangalia are tourist, especially the other ocean conference ase mrak klabog tel debi mrak klabog al mali mga. We want to make sure that we have that industry in place to take pressure off of our reefs. Okay? Legal coral reef world renowned close to Telele, and we need to help persegid local fishing industry maybe sa mo ko share ministerio sa adro ginawa mo si lolgerda alderi ginawa al time ang ara era ngawale orta ka ngigen mora siabal makpaya sa ministerio de gamra siabal one of the issues say alsum kada el time el debiti tigam katatal ngara era blur belam lam o de rak o rak ngara era blur belam kalel dosi krole la ngagel galil mera blue mloger what do we need to do create segid el teletan el time te mal dingara era o ale maraen so sulang so help para local help para maybe tigal sa lit.
So since ka nga tilagi del topic presidente di guerra minister Victor tilagi del trip pergi. Lo asing tial trip ka fishing related, fundraising related ang arangpin.
Absulang kambes tial lamel mora siabal mlenga marterul staff ra sel division of offshore fisheries ra bureau of fisheries ra Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Environment. Agimlol at invitation ra sele Overseas Fisheries Cooperation Foundation ra blura siabal sel vaseng OFCF. Tiang makatatal for over 30 years ang walong sir blur belar ra tora fisheries development kom amadeng sel tal mataman legal ice packs sa marula ice regal state tiramel meriper tadiregal makatatal ngar belaw lo sir gidra development ra tial chan clam hatchery ra kamalala tabla invite ra kamam magimna siabal moktega mlol gora pogim understand ra ko teletelela market ra ngigra siabal kung gelte al available sa vedelo mese msubel girela development ra domestic fisheries ra gidra belaw agimlol mamitra ngel vice minister ministry of agriculture fisheries and forestry mangel special advisor mora minister emlo present ra blue prosperity plan rigidan la kutmakli emlo tuguni gono lingit tirgirela self development ra atial fishing port magel associated onshore facility gired el mogutmok lang mo sa el wal gilngel kwasing tomo supporter segid el long teeth. Agidire kan lo visit fish market sel togoni toyosu market telngar Tokyo ma tomari market telngar Okinawa. Agigel del dosing auction market last el sel toyosu market last el tunan mlarvelal losville auction or say sera 2019. Odamdek masing lo close 80% sera 2020. Since then hindi tunal mlarvelal morsay. In the Pacific Island, Aigel ngariya tunal motrar sel toyosu market, adi ngariya mlar belaw, makwam, Aigel ngarakwam, diregal tirgal other Okinawal mora era FSM, di mal aroy dal ngara FSM mora Okinawa matalendra kwam, ito transport mora Tokyo. Australia, New Zealand, diregal ngara ASN anggalir morsegid el toyosu market. Aquí lugar el waseng magaramo sa la adal metrawa al dealer tial market. Al ulsel market takwaseng idil adas el ma otro level ma market si operated by government. Mdagas fi check ta al nigil modrura tigil middleman el mosabir el mo ra market. So anybody ngarbela so al tra al dil sab el otrar say provided sab el ongas raskogi tigran gigi del point of contact ringil ngara siabal en malmora market. So main challenge rigi del guk modigi del soadel mosbe del senda ngigil el mora siabal agire del address el segi del kwaseng logistics issue ra ulidiula. Mudai kwaseng dia direct flight arogul cargo mar ada modrura kwamem ura siabal. Sea one el main issue wasing kada magara address ringal sum mogida swad el digid ngara mangigil el mora siabal modegal PITI maluenta amru segifia. Aquí diregal lo modadu or other model was tirgang sub il lemlaris el proposal language ngara bil house lo siarogulo mengedra adbela bulur belau agire langi gel melendra valur velau. Botamar kwasen dia mondara mama molendangi gel valur velau. Dia al time dia gel cold storage facility magimun galing legong yang value ringi adigrade. Dia transportation mang issue. Mung segi dalo sia bodrelia a fishing port ng mo sa beril may. Dia la segi transportation issue dir gire del address ring. Sel lolgornya president lo sel bornya direct flight ra Okinawa merbelaw lol tagar tourist el may also el tagar tourist in return sia one round daso diga de medir como se gada gadid tas el angel materialize ra in the next few months or the next year. It takes a while most of it happen may gabe bir uldas on our said blue prosperity plan was kada magara mo address. Diregal government ra Okinawa amla proposal establish ra MOU ringi ma government below in the areas of agriculture, fisheries, tourism, infrastructure, ma education. Magidiregal mlol mo mitra governor Okinawa lora al move til initiator sel el dadu ya ambassador gidra Peter Adalbal ngara siabal ngere lang modadu ima kuksel team government Okinawa motral finalize ra draft el MOU hopefully most of the endorsers el MOU establish agigid el cooperation. Idiregal no mesa toera Polen line ngani sel Miago Island seguid el Miago Island mal special tier other o mga tira tegid el skipjack tuna tangara Polen line el may ngani processing el til marurung gel doseng namari bushi ngani doseng katsuo bushi tira marura katsuo bushi gel omdraring el medel over 1 week mal modray mos emel shavering el moigel tirgadi marurung el dingal wanal saydra angal tuna otur paget seringi ultra ringil dari al sabel lo ringil ding it takes only one day to producer say the product say gigit agi mun meslo sing potential more processing ra California skip chagal delendra blur belau. Trigegi del other cell miago Islanda dilulu ase even during the pandemic a cell certira dimla affected. للتدريج الدريج ملانيان أدرى الشباب التوريست الترافل ثرو را أجي كده الأيلاند من مارجتا دي ملاني ما أجي كده ببيرا جيم غورا سيلو برا تلتللا ديفلوبمنت ترتيال الدومستيك فيشينج را كده أدر بلو دي سيل وان المال غورا غني وان الأدرى يجي الفيشينج أبا دي ليق وسنجيري وان أدر بلا المال مقليل الواسيق ميم ورا سوميم ratogor omnged lengire the create environment الأذر omnged ngara ay sabel ensure sel profit ngura togor omnged albebera time sel dosader tial existing la ada maqwaseng soadel malmal la tora kan a conservation digda namal aswara alwasya alwaysegi la in constrain ra development ra togor omnged yata mung soadel mora ay digda mlaru lim mal momring rigid modia al financially viable tial togor omnged ma ada sabel mora ending modia mogeringil sabel ngura togor omnged trigel adar omnged rogi nawaqas ya lol mol mal waisel ul belang in the next few years ang amodia sabel mela era blur belar there in the last years atana mostat lusa although the tel industry so yeah lessons el gida so hada lo mesek quasi qada magara adjust al uth mumara el help el support tra development tra al gida so hada el mori interrong sia president la se dital ministry rat matu el mga gadim la udod el moriyet ay gel tul ministry el nia ol sisaba udod el mera government travel wala tourism matogor omnged من داخل سنة necessary كم سنجري المريا وضوء المرة يقال ministry دنجري هذا create طلع الميليسي يقال ministry داخل create طلع الميت أتا ministries ملاقال سبعدو لي سلمان لل generator shell revenue I hope para other أبلو أقوم understand سيجي ال ngara algim oringi qaset ngire dal mare ri dagdo al malari qad adjust ringil mo release el swadal rulli el gire al adre velo o social trip tellom rolam la shavala agora mlo seguir aquí milsang edrigal maklo te al ratogora sersa aquí mora oginawa miago island isigagi island el mor iriomote ada de usarse el mera kula raela eniet ablu ade galtalmalla الوايجل غورا ملي أوسين درا سيسل دي درا رولا سيرسما لنغاريا تتلل لنسو درا مولا سيرسل الدريغ الموغيل المورا environment الموغيل المورا آراث مون أيجي كده غورا بيبير أكي ميلسل واسين especially إريوموتي أيلاندا أدوري مالدي ما دعار بيلاو يقولك موسين واسل إريوموتي راي مليك لندرا تاك بورسل إريوموتي راي مليك لك مالغارا مدلدل إلا مليجن دين سل أورا إريوموتي مالدي أمغار بيلاو يفتقر توريسترا أجملارا يجل passenger civil مو الأخميد الغارا إرول دارت الأذى إيمو أغوان الشيب اللي أدرى شابال مون التذيمو المسرح إرتلو مسا غفورس وقميل مسرح أملان مو مسا so they don't get their feet wet مسا يجل غوك nature غوك مغايري ري so أجي كده أقول مسلا سن غوك بيفير أتي ألرا tourism دو سادرا diversification را tourism كده بيلاق واسي a lot of those as إذا الغوت مقرا يقال stay throughout را بابل دا مون أجي بيفير غورا كيم سيلو برتيال trip Michael kukwam loss of mamal mes. Michael partnership القرى غاريا بوتنشال قوسي قد مغرا الموت الميليسي أيجي غاريا أدرا إرابو أيلاند تتيرو يمرو فاغما يمول غالجال الميرا بيجينيغرا نيكس ماند المير موليس أقرار أدرا بوفيل غرا إيرا بولين لاينا غاريا تيرو الميغرا الأدرا إيشيغاغي أيلاند الميل غوك موريلو بنتريرا أدرا أمغدرا نورثن ريف القوقلس أقر تيرا تغرا أي around the fish aggregating device like alfad so كده بيبيرا partnership الغاري سواء الملمول من الاكسباند لو سيقدر مغرا help البيلدرا capacity الأدر بيلا القوق مرا إيرا كرر المول الأدر أوكي نوام لغارين over hundreds of years من تمذوري كده قوق تيرا لو سويس برينين تلتلل أو مغدا من قدو مسو برينين غارسل البيزنس سايدر او ميد لين سو من دغه بده سوفي سيجد البيزنس سايدر او ميد مرين رجيدا غرا ايران وال اكسبنسيف لو ميد ما هوب باي جي غرا بيبر اسب ادر غرا مو كونسيدر سيل دو سادا قاسي ديال دبل بلا وغدا مغراري دي غدا السواد الململ ديال الاولى كونسرفيشن دي سواد ميك شور قاسين conservation ما sustainable fisheries at mahal maral tablo le above all tell sustainable fisheries te ago tokol partra food security gida other below dirga da san mal mo realizing ya hope gada sab edel continue build gida el morse gida el point umsula
That's a question. That's a question que minister ran mesula la reporter gawe notice la seng I come de remember algo to lo morte del for 5 years ago en los adra domestic fishery malomo le and then finally kom arinya at la attention lo sigaw do help for domestic fishery. Yes, I know it's already in the plan for your ministry. A question Minister ang aring isel ngarcel supplemental budget sa ating President ngaring amendment mora alla el address tagi del toera selbo morur sel spatial planning may exercise selbo morur o social time ang aring isel language ang arsel wase mo alara ministry el wam experimental al se del 3 years el alawa fishing mga activity so a question I guess a question ng bulgula sing ministry mo alara igal el bilasar o mga matangara era al setial 80% el legal domestic fisheries ang arabol impact sa study while you're doing the study.
So maybe ngila the protocol ko sa marine spatial planning is a planning process el kadamara bebula tebele diwa amara zoning yado la maybe those other in the concept of zoning or other understanding ko sen dial san necessary ko say it's a study mo subak mo nga planning process ngari subul bo mo spe el help pergaw el decide lo se tagi da suag el marurigi therefore there is study available ngire el moni ngara study bodot maklil provider cell data for example al time ay tagging el blaru la PICRC amla otik masingal tuna dia kadil kera da belbelaw melal sumong suadal conservation suadal conserver tuna makala da conservering salduk tuna fisheries management kasi sem controller effort ragal kasing tatelal adom alartil ngara teletelel o mangif ang sabi el contribute to more conservation rangel tuna Linda sa emel close ra the velam conservatory. Say one part. Direk el asra gi mara o ginawa tiri ngaringan other mga dalwase within that 20%. Levira time mo dagas fil ngara eringi lang mal moklong gel do sing false whale. False killer whale. Actually dolphin. Silver statal mga tuna and giril move elsewhere. Malagi kita gel information al dangal me kwasing. Asum ko ngara conservation. What are we trying to protect? The protect ay gagit al mammals. Therefore, ngaringan other mga dal madingel kwase. Ngay ngaral time of the year in Cloriger, maybe I get a similar this time of the year. Ngaringa diregal kwase ulumong kloa bikara blur velaw, ngaringa gel simount ngaringa kaleringi mo moringi aggregate. Asun sa the protector no der kwase gel simount ngaringa. Maybe I get el simount da close. Hindi ako mga deringi. Say marine spatial planning process lasing although spe ay information and may informer gidal lasing maraswa dal maruringi therefore makara the design aul mo spe rasoni amal do social concept so dal develop promote the development hindi ka damadel kmasya obo mo rula moklol building ara upstream or omal ento malya water source ka ospe ringi therefore ya terral kada madal gire del marula maklol development le protect water source give same concept marine spatial planning sege de lo hace boring experimental fishing maybe kada hace kad experiment o mesra ko se magara reduce ra cats ngaral giram mospering ngaral wala mospering ya igagi del guk pebi ra badangen la aramel diagal target species diagal boringi alu thase given practice ay gagi the release technique mong klo a chance ringil survive ay gadom na mes swedel mes lasing experimental fishing al sabedel mrura within that 80% and diagal dito ase oy dibo mga just for the sake of generating revenue siya ko mes ringil kasing sa بهذا المثال research fishing قيل غني question the اسكرني سل لو مغد help pergi the answer sel question
Ali, a quick follow-up parte lang yung minister. Lampat to kay kikidal studies ang namkatmok ra alsil kay kidal tabel bela ul kidal atuna ma skipjack ma yellowfin. Mention ra sila mention ra sa mafia mo o masero sa kidal lo masuba. What role would the PICRC to fall in there? Ya, ungero nga I studies am nam katmok like I know cell study satellite tracking alwas it still needs more studies to verify outcomes. I mumtasing it still need further I mean hindi enough information on most peril and make a decision in terms of planning for this spatial planning.
Ngaringa sel nga management ngaringa level research ngaringa lam enough federal do aseng enough inform decision we make ngaringa guk to aseng academic research guk for the sake of understanding science not necessarily kwaseng say a management recommendation that will be made so PICRIC as a research institution ang arsegi delom so mong dia kadil tuna ang artial devela valor vela ma dolphins ma whales ma sel dungul mera tel vertical iise derget buto gadir ga budodngik mongarang arsi that's the research PICRIC as el malmon malmarurangil informera ako selbo understand was seldo sadra ba diversity belaw malwang raklungel ngara pertak rablur belaw maybe it's a potentially extractable resource that ka bo the utilize in a sustainable way Lagado tingara tuna. Ngarinya akwaseng ngel diamond squid ang ngarinya rata bela blur bela exploitable resource. Ngarinya akwaseng ngarinya ay gel deep crab ra ada bela dirga kabul sa edel kuli exploit linda ado dirk mase adam tigariger. Sel dongre la sabus mong dirga ada salmo dirk mase ngana gel mal habitat ngarinya sabus mong sabe edel mong mongare ringi. Ese one exploitable resource in a sustainable way blur bela. So there's still a lot to learn. Rakuk tal de bela blur bela research sa sabe malmul mal marara within our EEZ. Egid akuk mrura sustainable fishing focus ra skipchak yellowfin mavikay lemlamo. There's a lot of information was makara sustainably use rangal igagid resource without having to simply close ra iisira blur belo.
Koraditi will help pertel tora marine spatial planning. This is example of Southern Minister Makaututel. It's about zoning. Elagi da sira dingil T-cell 20%. Il wase tegi da dangara eri. Sedim nakalur tuira omsub wase sea best el place el dangara eri or it's the best place el dangaring protect well and the mool and arangklet. We just said that's the best zone for now. Lerada siapa lam le sorry. But approach should be science-based. It should be science-driven, based on facts. Minister, they go through that process and really determine what is best based on science. Please Radha Shabal, please whoever. Base what we're doing on science.
Mr. Presidente, sel gurensera minister makal masaw tial lo turulela de belau medel wakan septe tial lo turulela bu tergiden murat Taiwan. Lindira alboni study yogum lamul turula de belau mala facility meso isber belau. Mangesorom sub lo sisakra adar belau mo subinara aquagatsur ma umngedra ma idirak bol mere kay study morun molwak na se kumolngit ang 25 million legal mil 3 years kudukura adiome cycle pastel experience ra blur bela namo operadori el Taiwan mission ang arbela idirak bol sebe del export kadabay namo importa fruits ra at Taiwan. Aluter mo important igen. Mandado diak na sirmi ko multurar bela undi ko karangod el daura. Au trule la tebet. Mensuela blura siaban ngam da bom multurar ni bluram digel. Edi ulturar ni blura siaban. Al tamrigel asoin mskita al mutaklon yeso.
Awila nagtapir pa seldo sadra omengeder belan ya do gukmal girel disyabal el all timing disyabal ngara era blur belaw it has a long history ngara era blur belaw at Taiwan mong adilir mong nara era blur belaw amrigel adir nga tal time ngara dilir ngara era blur belaw tirge mostly tangara pursening mong mostly tangara Eastern Pacific medal mora cell canning facility tir ngara American Samoa mong en all time alang adi me marara asandel gukmara fitsil gimo negotiator sel do seng US Tuna Treaty. US Tuna Treaty ra blue regal Pacific Islands ma blue ram regal alar tirma tangara era within ra tel regal 16 Pacific Island EEZ. SL Treaty for the last several years and dimle 20 million hour dringi Igal bulua soal increasing mo $60 million. Ngariya igel daseng economic assistance dangay through that treaty. Igaya over the years yang those spell ngara development of fisheries ma aquaculture. Seguido los isul el challenge la tokora ser sa do mesri na tokora aquaculture. Kasi kada makara egel do dengel el problem el extra about the agriculture masters ma omangit sel do seng supply chain material access to market. Mal bevira timing tirgal ngara restaurant da kwaseng somamelom ara product revelaw nindia kal consistent ma adal lomgoro la lom la kwaseng nindia kal somamelom goro la adal melam al maftuq nindia ka adalom ar seya isul gi molasam al kwaseng sem kada magara adres ringil ulma kulus fi agel kaldel teletelela togora asers sabi direct translate mara togor omgel kasi ngani ngel adel di ngara omgorula adalom di umdas radal aklel mangelo magit el angira del milisi trigger mara commercial scale ra togor asers mosisul mara togor omgel lila kador segiden mringer gida increase la confidence ra market ngani product gida providing Aul magigora mlamo o mesal waseng telangaryar del stal adel sabi edel help partir el morsel level tugok mang takkar gid el morsel gid level ledi dangara adi togortial magit en gegare volume el sabi edel producing siya osisyon concept el mara toram ngida ulma abo fi do las mal kwase kada magalas misi ira guk togora ngal skip chak tu na le sea clo demand ringi within al selvelo leng affordable ngi gidel ngigla dia kal sal kwase tel doru ringi adi kwase mar adra siabala whoever sab el ngara ervelo sa self financial viability o mngith sab el survive sab el mi ding ulmung dim level mataywa ay gigideng dia kamal bevira beluk medel mergid malameng sabi survive financially le to bangal ngil mal mura sendring el mura bludil aroida I hope mura clarify selgarim
Sila minister lamo blatakle. Itianga mura Mr. Presidente. Mr. Presidente ngo ngani negotiation a compact. E mamle ungil sem reportel. Se reportel Maluay silme other bailout al nombre del triple cow. En a public hearing ngani la US Congress el baby rang atel administration na Biden na amil nga dul gora wala kal sal. Nmadang gel sadar other bailout. E malungil agam no rablu ram rigel me way sagel malungil te al selguk turu ulem is president madru ulel bailout. El angkal ambasador gitu, ambasador Amerika ngar belau, ngari ya bibir atkuel blaldu. El adil salungil merablur belau. Lengwal undermine sel, lontira blur belam na mudasa Amerika. Ya blur belam la tongating ya belwan, maklangar adur belau. El dia ula bengelel, el girela sebekle la blur Amerika. Kita dia ka Amerika. Gan sabel malmol mal di ambassador Amerikel omtir Amerikel ngar belau malu bengire the change
dem sulang Mr. Talams ngawil bom share igel baldung gal ambassador bodo ngel dek nga singarang dilung di of course agida ngari alam el tedel wasel suma ambassador ngari blal tamalira balwada tedel wase amla mongil motabdira ablu دي of course nga nartial adram regel uduro clean mlay lom te ertir ngara yelo to lo lo kom te ertir malgoy digida seluk tungura tertela negotiation alongiri am regel al time aselon tider mostir kida ulingit lo ase bas kamam a negotiator loba arangale la kabelmentar amrigel bas kama mate al madru tradadu lesel mil lo dorsil bebula tebl ada gim gengeri Oishe, ahí el tablo tocó el pedazo. Matana meskida ad, loba arangale la blue rambrigel, and special envoy for climate negotiation. I mean, compact negotiations. Oishe, Ambassador Yun. Diregal tamlagonge, lo asense del adadu. Mela, ngarale la Minister of Finance, matimeri, lo odersi se lo tidel mura blue rambrigel. Se diga lo odersi. من correct statement radar amrigel wase tamir gid wase kadak mun ma kadam dange ne sorry radar amrigel la tamir gid wase ngara silon ti del morti sira da bur amrigel kadam dange se compact au separate toy ndingari on ti del al time madul lungi tri sira da bur amrigel wase kama mamma labul ter tokora covid kama mda sonu suma mersel loan 80 bill 90 million se amle on ti mesea malmol consider al time emlonia tokolo se al sum mal de gian maybe tara option ko me angura transfandak me asengara imora adam na ngar bela lo se ga dongul me do miringi ka halda diri ga bortila ida de ga domli gida masang lo se magra dong song sa igel blal sel da harau bol se na yo sang angi del dolmol maigal program re bela da table expand by dom da so minimum wage mangara gida mal mere telo mi la udo you know, we have to step by step, and that's the process. So, a negotiator ang ari alen, siya ang ala kelem, mungkin orang orang pak, kita masada igil upebira sa edel lo sigate alen sulang.
Sula Mr. Presidente tia mora minister matul. Sabihin mo makataklisel cross act. Naringi tirgel adam lo diakal qualify malara geswara WIOA. Mendapat sabihin mo makatakli cross act at mutiang ngariang saraudo del tuob del morar adal diram lelu saurelir malubeng no makasama kita tin malubeng gukti pirar adal tira lelu sa japertir no dialogrio.
Man will 2 times ulang sadoy bedo mo clarify as agel programs ako ta WOA program ramrigel under a CARES Act mang seda ka adar dal ledri mang netal mogel was etrigel adal ay saludo del al time el domiring marar watan saludo del blomedel amal di iblatak labingen mortigel adal le apply etilis bra al salawud betrigela eligible mo malar sayid el ngaso mendia kango dal adal at this time el sabel choice bra al salu adabora kuksel la arbelaweng en tablol daw ngaring sel prep sel pandemic re-employment program sel maldi masaw dar other belaw le affected ra covid al time ngaria lak alwid ngara up to 280 lakh el malar sayid el ngaso trigid al adre lang agi molas mal transition ra program di moda kadi lolar sel ngaso el ngar al sela NGO ma government el moriol mora private sector.
So hal minister di betak seda ka ngaso ndingala da gire lo urior
ngorior seda ka tadaludo mangel adal malar sayid el se basically ngania time sheet tir magel agency loriol mortira submit el may yagi verify a finance apertir se ta sigid el program ma seguid el program agi molas el al time el transitioner til more private sector mangani sel la ngara gid el dawdong le actual la di asko mangani adal na training ra PCC en sab ela kon bali el mala deduction tir selji tir maula gol agi dire lo ngala PCC walk them through a program some il check marker seguid el program mon maseo ra gel kon bali el hire trigala sel mol gorngil engani sel cross up semlor trigel adrangod al bulu el musugra adar takluk ma ewal dar takluk al dimal mal tel mor imal ngegi del adrangod al bulu lorior nding oriol mor sel kon bali el mle hayrengi imamade lese bodongalil awodam la change program al mor segi dimlar nyange ra gal kon bali belal wase trigegi del adrangod al bulu ang wow daw dito kabaloryo anang 2-5 bay tombaling kalkombali. Maseble da modify ngin mongkala dang wow daw ding oriol morang gegi del kombali make sure ang sel dobri open ang wal katmok kel hotel ang restaurant ang shobar tergelat. Ela kadamor sel gadim. Ela alak alwide sera last press conference ak Pravela Minister Udoy amle open program ulwase. Tamo expand sige del mornya ko program al mon ngasir trigel adal mlara WIOA dim lo dak lo laudo mga possibilities ilmo kudukol ngasir till until el reopen agel ko so partir sige del program ko maray el alta I hope ang answer a question na magiging agel programs el maray el alta el mon ngasir trigel del mlo mata arbasur de ko bidawul.
May sela sel le kansana bebira ade ministera tamle announce sa sigidel l'assistance sel olgonia ministera finance hindi se di available mo tirgel adal nga ni lista tir ra WIOL milay hindi tirgel direbet ra WIOM lo dekatte ilin melangeso adakal qualified mo mla ni lo tirgel bebira adal lual di lutit mundiaka tutorial bo file and qualify mela seguidel es el asistencia di motirgel ad natalo lang sa WIOA marata akura uliget no tiang sibril di mo available mergamam ito dio si siul adro omnget ma adra makit ingari amne qualify mala WIOA mla mo dal sibril mla sem tomo mla tiang eso ndi tirga directa el muterelan dal sibril dia ka ni survela o dia ka ni Amerika.
Tila malung el point bere akmo modadura Minister Udoy. Ikaduk po Mr. Segir el segment sa adal mo lortik mut terirap tergagi drogul program. Makpayol ngi tergo mal angani alis tergagi dala endur tim bemela sakak. Magi mo mes at mongku ngara situation tir kadam kara osi kangesol mortir.
Le selman mokte karsel program ase kada also mungem na WIOA enge mele adra tourist elam no de kalorol de tourist ma also la moda kanya solar sel WIA enga na moda ka income ring ma idea ase le mele uror under across act edo siga ureren mung either mara state government mara iga mara maria private sel sea mokte karsel program no si se bringira uror sel mle last program la WIA which kadaman mlongal tangat le BSL board ma sel time omda suegi amle wal acting el director se amlo sel lon tir sel last 20 million era endra September maulang mle rebelaon mlo sil tir adra magit el mura al sel legit amlom dangel wase naria terin mle apply matamle apply ending wal narigem le deny del application ya tiro da sub the newspaper mangaro ura ay sa adro asetida last te alam October 6 semle close era damle en ma submit awabilir ma this last week ngari akmed 4 million el tiro the more trigege de la mang kadang tangat sel programa dengan ya odor al serem no sel disem sadra aurora 2 years ago blend misri direk ngari ade Mr. Trump suno modal mera se kama magi mara soy se program makase al sum dim na kam file dim na kam tirak legal requirement ende kalse dan magarang le tialla rablu ram rigel ngari legal requirement legal del follow al ula blu ram rigel giren mang mral chodro no ser arbek lad mari ma se murgo dim de bingira drongole walun de sel wai se tiawdo rablu ram rigel ngari al ul gira del follow diga mrongol ta teniru segi the last 20 million mela segi angana process el unda sa half ring ablal dispersing ya digam de half itira continue a tigel adad ngara WIL sort through IL files check a record mrgo verify el once el verify tigel remaining al as in migel al ngesul giren mortir mundiga dabai migia de mga sulam briga ramar klon ngesul bil skip len katamil skida udo del morar adal de galo urore di maudo min that's not going to happen very often
Ay, the only representative was also maka osigaw riorem magim ngasugaw sigaw rerem.
Hmm.
Seklol mo partra reram lo sigaw rior. Ediregal sa rior mangela WIOR el alwa sel sugo mo kame mle adra air tending dia ka TLM ra air. En sa adro mara PCC sigab es el reskiller gaw. Seklol rerel WIOR reskill retrain. من سأمل قوك مداقم necessarily قادر إيه توك ما قادر ترى ريور مقدوك أنا قايم سير سيجيد البروجرام.
Okay. President Maldi, last question. Mora Minister Jenkins, I understand that today was the official for the launching of the public bus transportation. Can you give us your observation on this historical event?
Well, thank you. How I got involved with this is quite simple. The Ministry of Education has buses, and we have drivers. The project is designed to, I think, kind of force us to realize we are in a new normal, and a lot of that is caused by the price of gasoline. Price of gasoline from going from, let's say, a round trip from Narlong to Karor has gone from $10 just gasoline to over $25. So it's a huge amount of increase. So the idea was to utilize some of the buses from our Oceans Conference to provide public transportation. And we began by looking at where we could make the greatest impact in the shortest time, which would be, in our estimation, was between Karor and where we are right now, because of the numbers of people working here and the numbers of people in Karor who need to come here. And so we started that today, but it's not a grand opening. As everybody's saying, we're in a data gathering mode right now, trying to establish where the needs are, how we can work it out, how we can develop the best schedules. And I have it on very good authority that our first day trip increased over the last public transportation trip by over 700%. That's one person versus 7. So we're off to a great start. And the schedule we have now is only for the first 3 days. We're going to be revising. We did a lot of revision just last week because we were a little bit busy the week before that with promotion and graduations. In fact, we, at the very last moment, yesterday evening, we did insert travel in Karor. So, because we did get a lot of input before we even got a bus started. People saying, well, I don't want to do it because of this, that, and the other thing. And one of the big issues was, of course, when you get to Karor, how do you go from place to place? So we're now running two trips right now, circling Karor, one at 10 in the morning and one at 2 in the afternoon, which would take you basically from Munes or the hospital to KB Shell and back.
It's free. Do you have to pay?
Oh no, yes. Oh yeah, we have to pay. Yeah, sorry. Part of the reality, we're charging $1 per trip right now. And again, that's up for, we're going to look at our research to see what the data tells us on that, because obviously we're not going to make any money off this project, but we're trying to perform a service. So as of now, that's where we stand. We're running from Nanamuth to Karor and back, and in Karor making those trips. Now we're going to be meeting again to establish, we can revise times, how long are we going to stop with each stop? How long does it take? The drivers have been really good. We only ran 2 tests on the whole thing, and they were able to, they arrived here this morning exactly on time. So that was kind of nice. But we did there's some errors in the judgment and errors in how long we're going to stand. So we're going to be adjusting those, as well as looking at other routes that we can start to include to help out other than just Despotado for the travel. So again, don't judge us yet. It's we're just starting, but we're off to a good start.
And we might add that tiakora waldirgo ulal makadoka kadamala samlama sasengara igel ngan sangsel trial improving tara mle first recommend tra minister gim gira dara basra tuta se maybe gira dara me seringi bodo me serti al busing system el degal di legal tablo al bus el dingira oceans todo ga gal basra school mo part tra system ela blue lab for example a bus system or tagar adra urur maranga school. So maybe that's another thing el se dara me in long term la se when school restarts again kame dama sa gal schedule malsum nga along adire kam masa school bus edil malmal trang along al moro or malu. You know, I got things that we need to look at and kada you know kada mlang da sa ala alu adim ral morbab tigir no say maybe it's going to be $150. I don't know, that's $10 a gallon of gas. And where are we? So namo gira del lomda so other ways el solve igal problem with the transportation kam se olidiu la cloud to telele cloud expense ra adam sula
The other president mo, if you're recalling Maria Tolurel mo bangela jaikal mo mrur tegi del bus system pergi de tawalel. Ngani tim el mera July el mo August, it's a 6 to 8 member team ra jaika. El men ngase urgi del direk el mo mesa gegi del gol tang tingil telurel. Sulang.
sula Oman sulang ra mar betokol question ida sodal di nguterti ala kotrule kadam lara meng si la former ambassador gid Masao Salvador namos me nga rablo huripi makada oti aktol klingit dengan gid mar adar bela gire langal namo tibus la drone den le ambassador gid mar rablo siya balan Masao Salvador diregal di sodro iso se el silsen diregal itel el togubet el silsertir nguk tamla ngwa tararak mrenga sulera Dios el girel sei mrenga sulera uk service el team probablemente mgado wish her happy birthday mora termetet pap gangar sel Ministry of Justice Vice President madiregal kasue Gishigawa gangar Ministry of Finance ma Evangelista Terio ma Chrislyn termetet tigangara MOE Minister Jenkins ma marbetokol ngara Ministry of Health and Human Services Naliki Christopher Lerins Tamtreng Kateri Faustino Bani Ringil Angela Marcil diregal ngara Dr. Marcil ngara Official Special Prosecutor Choram Madalutka Medrutul di sistema happy birthday dia suram kaltanga tertir rogo imitriya rogo uk tiam nomre kal sande to uk ngilo tararak lastly di sodro wise rase momula state visit ra yid raigal bekal bulum ministries rogo plus ra PPUC PNCC pension SS amot pangal maran raigal state modo isra adra bekal bulul wase sel de bong tia degal so much in press conference and by te level el tir ogerager maragal ministries maragal agencies igad mo qadingil partrangar alada gira del momdengel uk issues rablu magrada solve igel problems tir mang first el borgi morablu ngar along etiang amo May 31st ragap singera 6 p.m. igad uk mora angarar ra June 2nd diregal 6 p.m. Angaralong abara mga lang of course angaral da abara klabang state office state office mal di madara arbek adra yal bulu al toba announcement ra se mem da ukda poda kaswes de mogera agir ako sen de kalwa press conference aklo mo normal mo kumangan mo di gede ba al daw bay moklo a tema mlo ranks le sel moktegari da sa da mom de se ngaraigel issues rablu magra de dagal address da mok lastly of course June 1st in President's Day mang moriatele druk holding ala omeser trigel la modibus ra dronle del el president ma vice president tamam tergid yok morablu ra blilio mga yaur la minister Health and Human Services gida ok moraigel blura balda minister patul ma minister Jenkins magala trigan mal wish everybody happy President's Day coming up. Next week, Moria press conference ergit. Nakaliyan mo rin ding mori. Nangaringel adal CZ Uncle from Binance. El May, Moria joint press conference. Of course, ang bebe ratuan diri kalsi adal small ding Moria telet. Al sing Moria tel mutro. Kadmo hold on tel mutro albira kalulaw. And I'm sure CZ stands for to pronounce. Yeah, Titum Saudri. You can look him up on Binance. He's the founder of Binance. Kamar ka kalbo yung 44 argil. Direkal uk mo yate uk rongosi erman sa igel uk all the swell ma uk te ala la asel uk mul gira la blur belang. Mandi mo nga suli el almel next week. Sulang.